Hey guys, my name's Calvin Wright. If you're getting this video, it's likely because you clicked on one of our messages where you're interested in getting in the life insurance industry. I just want to give you a brief rundown before our call here today. If you've never been in sales before, the reason that sales is so awesome and important is because you truly get paid what you're worth. I came from the military with no prior sales experience. I literally joined high school at 18, was in the military for 7 years. I was running and gunning, jumping out of airplanes, anything to do with like physical activity I was in on. Not a whole lot of academic or sales background. When I found the sales industry, specifically life insurance, it totally opened up a bunch of new doors for me in many different ways, not just lifestyle and, level of income. It opened up a lot of doors for me in terms of like valuing your time and valuing what you're worth, because I was always the type of guy in the military where I would always do extra, try to max out the PT test or max out the shooting or do better than my peers to stand out. And unfortunately, in the military, you don't get compensated for that. You literally get paid the same as the guy that's doing the minimum, even if you're doing the maximum, which is super unfortunate, but it's the way it is. That's the same thing with W-2 positions, most likely, and most salary capped positions are also the same. So it doesn't really benefit you to do any extra work outside of, standing out to your higher ups, right? Where life insurance shines, it's a performance-based industry where no matter how long you've been with a company, no matter how long you've been in sales, no matter any of that stuff, it doesn't matter. It only matters about your performance, which I think is a massive benefit to you if you're trying to make a better life for you and your family, because ultimately hard work equals income. And the more that you put into it, the more you get out of it. Now, with life insurance, it's commission-based sales, meaning that there is no base salary, which allows you to have unlimited income potential or earnings. So our entry-level compensation plan starts at 80% commission and can go all up to 140% commission. And you can go to 120% commission just by selling without having to recruit a single person, which is great, because if you just want to sell and be a top producer and make a great income, you can simply do that by not talking to your friends and family about life insurance, because we have leads. Now, segueing into leads, the cool thing about the life insurance industry, specifically our company, is that we're a leads-based model. That means that we buy leads to be able to call clients that are truly interested in buying our products, which means that most of the time you're on the phone talking to people that are truly interested in buying life insurance, and it's based on your ability to follow the script and close them on if you're going to get that deal or not. Now, the average deal ranges around $800 of commission, and the insurance company pays you 9 months of that money up front. So for quick and easy math, an example would be if you're at 100% commission level and you sign up a client that's paying $100 a month, the annual premium for that policy is what's $1,200. Now, the insurance company is going to pay you 75% of that money up front. And as long as the client keeps it, they're going to pay all of the rest of that money on month 10, 11, 12 of that policy, which is the remaining 25%. So in total, you get paid $1,200. Okay. Now, there's also awesome, great incentives built into all these plans and products and compensation, meaning that all of the insurance companies that we work with, they're going to pay you additional money for just doing your job at a high level. So there's extra incentives on a monthly basis and a quarterly basis and a biannual basis. Our company pays you a monthly bonus if you do anything over $20,000 with a minimum bonus of $650 per month, and can go up to over $8,000 a month in just extra income for doing your job at a high level. Now, the insurance companies, they vary carrier to carrier, but on average, they pay you about 10% of what you submit, anything over $25,000 per quarter, which is, again, additional income. You can earn over a couple $100,000 in additional income by just getting bonuses for doing your job extremely well, which is super important to me because we like to reward hard work. Now, some things that I want you to pay attention to if you're looking to get into high ticket sales, it's going to be work ethic and discipline. These are two key things that we're looking for in individuals getting into the sales world, because we can't teach those types of things. All we need you to do is show up on time, call leads that filled out a request to get life insurance, and follow a script and be coachable. If these three things can fit your level of learning or your level of activity, you'll be a good fit for our company, because we're not here to micromanage anybody. We're not here to hold your hand. We're here to teach you to sell at a high level and create top producers like you want to be. Now, if you're ever interested in building a company or building a business, building a life insurance brokerage, we're a great model for that, because you get paid extra money to do that via a vice president bonus. What that means is that once your agency is doing over $150,000 in volume, our company incentivizes you and give you a bonus for doing a good job at recruiting and selling and teaching agents how to sell life insurance. Now, one thing I did want to touch on, guys, here is that with a leads-based model, I'm going to give you an example of what a top producer would look like, so you know if that's what your goal is, to sell $40,000 or more per month. This is what the model would look like for that individual. So they typically work Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with about maybe a 1 to 2 hour lunch, and they're making over 400 phone calls per day. they're talking to probably 40 people, doing presentations on 10, and probably closing 1 to 3 somewhere in there. Now, the amount of money they spend on leads to be able to accomplish that metric is going to be, they're spending around $2,000 a week on leads on average to sell $40,000 of insurance. And what I would tell you that separates most of these people from every other producer would be the level of activity and intensity and focus they have when they're dialing Monday through Saturday. Now, if you're looking to do this part-time, the schedule is slightly different, but you still need to keep lead flow coming in because lead flow is your cash flow at the end of the day. I would say on average, someone that's submitting between $10,000 to $20,000 of volume or life insurance probably spends somewhere around $1,000 to $1,500 a week on leads to be able to have enough clients to talk to be able to sell at a high level. Now, with being a life insurance agent, the number one thing that I want you to focus on is going to be getting through the boot camp and getting through your testing as quick as possible. Speed is everything here. We require that most of the people that are coming onto the company without a life insurance license to be able to take their exam within 7 days, which allows them enough time to be able to go through contracting and boot camp to be up and selling within 14 business days. Okay. Now, people that are already licensed, depending on if you've sold somewhere else before or not, that changes a little bit, but we do require you to still go through the boot camp so that way you're familiar with all the products, the systems, the processes, and all of that kind of stuff. And typically speaking, without any hiccups, you can be selling within a week. Now, the importance to this that I want you to understand is that the longer that it takes you to get licensed extends the process of you making money. We literally can't help you make $1 on commissions if you don't have your life insurance license yet. So that's why the speed of getting your license is so important. Now, whenever I talk to you on this call, I'm going to go over and answer a few more questions about what you may be interested in our company and what you think will be important to you. Just remember that we are always family first, and we are always forward on making sure that you have the appropriate amount of family time with your family. And so we are super excited to have you on the team here at ATX Financial Group. And I'm excited to get working with you. Again, my name is Calvin Wright. I can't wait for our call. I can't wait to help you and your family's future. Make sure that you book it in your calendar for our time and do not miss it or be late. Looking forward to working with you soon.